Number 5, the fifth faraz of namaz is sajda. And both sajdas are faraz. It's not just one sajda, both sajdas are faraz. So like I just mentioned about ruku, if a person does one sajda, leaves out the other sajda and thinks, okay, I've done one sajda at the end of the namaz because I've missed one sajda, I'll do a sajda sahw. As I mentioned, that a sajda sahw will not compensate for a mistake that is made in the faraz. So it will not suffice. So what should you do if you remembered that you forgot one sajda? So you did one sajda and then now you stood up for the second rakat and you've left out one sajda. What should you do? So the scholars say that what you should do in this scenario is whenever you remember that you forgot one sajda, it will be better for you to go straight back into sajda and do that one sajda again. So as soon as you remember, go back into sajda, do one sajda again, and then it's recommended that you stand back up, or whatever posture you were in when you remembered that you forgot the sajda, you will go back to, it's recommended to go back into that posture. And then at the end of the prayer, you will do sajda sahw. For example, you remembered in the next rakat of the ruku. So you were in ruku and you remembered that in the last rakat, I forgot to do sajda. So you'll go back into sajda, straight away from wherever you are, you'll go into sajda, do one sajda, and then you stand back, you go back into the ruku posture, and then you will complete the namaz as normal. So you complete, ruku, sajda, etc., everything as normal, and do a sajda sahw at the end. Now, if you remembered in the final sitting, or before that, the second scenario would be is you didn't go into sajda straight away, you did that sajda that you missed when you were doing sajda of the second rakat. So you can also do it in this manner as well, is that you do the sajda that you missed in the second rakat. So altogether you do 3 sajdas in the second rakat, or you delay that sajda till the last rakat. So you do 3 sajdas at the end. So as long as you make up for that sajda, you missed one sajda, you do it whenever, it will be fine. And you do sajda sahw at the end because you delayed the timing of that sajda. And the third scenario is a person remembers when he is in the final sitting, or after he's done salam and now he remembers. So what should be done in this scenario? So you will do that one sajda that you've left out. Now it'll be necessary for you to sit back, obligatory, it'll be necessary for you to sit back into the final sitting. You'll read at-tahiyyat, you'll do salam, you'll do sajda sahw, and then you'll complete the namaz as usual. So in this scenario, you will have to return back to the final sitting, as opposed to when I said to you, for example, before that you remembered, it'll be recommended for you to do that action again whenever you remembered. But in the scenario that you remembered in the last sitting, it'll be necessary for you, after you do that sajda that you missed out, to sit back into the final sitting. So it's a very slightly technical but important masala, because you miss out a sajda, like I say, a sajda sahw won't suffice. So you will have to make up for that sajda at some point. Whether you make up for it immediately, it'll be better to do it as soon as you remember. But you don't do it as soon as you remember, you do it later on in the second rakat, third rakat, fourth rakat, whenever you're doing sajdas. So instead of 2 sajdas, you do 3 sajdas then, and then at the end you do sajda sahw, it'll be fine. Or you remembered in the final sitting, you do that sajda, come back into the final sitting, do sajda sahw, and your namaz will be complete. So just remember this again. If a person is in such a scenario and they don't remember what to do, because you missed one sajda out, it'll be better for you to repeat the namaz. Just doing one sajda is a faraz, so no sajda sahw will suffice and won't compensate for the mistake. Minimum time for sajda to be valid is same as ruku. So as we mentioned before, that just going into